All right. If you're someone who feels like your value in the social dating market has gone down because you now are suffering from panic attacks, then this video is for you. Because if you completely understand the thing that I tell you in this video and you start doing the things that I tell you in this video, then you will heal your panic attacks. You will start to live a wonderful life and you will start to upgrade your value in the dating market. So, what you have to understand is there is a changeless principle upon which everything in this world depends. The ancient yogis have been using this principle in order to heal all kinds of mental pain, in order to upgrade their biology, in order to upgrade their personal reality. And in 20th century, a Western spiritual leader named Neville Goddard also used this principle in order to completely change his life. The principle is simple, it's just three words: imagination creates reality. Now, I'm not going to say that imagination as of right now is going to create reality for you, because right now your imagination is weak, it's impotent, it cannot do anything. But if you properly know how to make your imagination strong and powerful, then it is going to materialize into existence. You can just imagine healing all of you can just imagine getting healed and dating a lot of wonderful people, and all of those things will materialize into existence. Now, for that, you have to understand that the universe, your physical world is just an illusion. This is why the ancient yogis have been calling this world as Maya. Maya literally means illusion. So your five senses think that this world is actually real. Your five senses fool you into thinking that the physical world is actually real. In fact, the universe, the physical world, is actually immaterial. It is completely mental and it is spiritual. Your mind, your state of consciousness depends, is the actual cause of what happens in your personal reality. Your world is just an extension of your own mind. So, if you can change your state of consciousness, if you can change your impressions in the mind, then you will inevitably change your personal world. If you can just embrace new ideas, new imagery, new feelings in your mind, then all of your problems are going to be solved and you are going to be living in a new upgraded version of your own personal reality. So what you're going to do is you start to chant Om, AUM, Om. This chanting of Om is going to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, and it is going to put you at a state of ease and relaxation. You are going to have to do chanting of Om for 20 minutes, because that is the amount of time that an average person needs in order to completely relax and for his brain to start producing alpha waves and theta waves. Right now, your brain, while becoming focused, while becoming hyper focused on me, on my video, and while becoming hyper focused on your problems or your stress in stressors in life, is producing beta waves. Those beta waves are not very conducive to transformation. But in alpha waves, your brain starts to get really good at visualization. And in theta waves, your brain actually becomes really suggestible to your own auto suggestion. So after you chant Om, by the way, you can chant Om along with me. There's a 20-minute video on my YouTube channel. Just find that how to chant Om correctly, and you can chant along with me. After you chant Om for 20 minutes, what you're going to do is you start to visualize a scenario where you are already the type of person that you want to be, and you're already doing the things that you want to do. You want to be the person who is calm, relaxed, happy, joyful, confident, empowered. Start to imagine that you're already that type of person. What are the things that you're going to do now that you have become that person? Start to imagine that you're dating amazing, beautiful people. Start to touch their hair, start to smell their perfume, start to kiss them, start to hug them. Provide all sorts of sensory vividness to your imaginary act. Tell them that you're doing so amazing. Hear them compliment you on how you are so peaceful and relaxed and joyful. Tell your friends and family that they don't need to worry about you anymore because you have canceled all of your therapy sessions. You don't take medications anymore. You don't suffer from anxiety and panic attacks anymore. Start to see the things, start to hear the things, start to smell the things, start to taste the things, start to touch the things that you want to experience right now in your imagination. This act of providing the sensory vividness to your imaginary act strengthens it, gives it a feeling of reality, and your mind will lose its differentiation between what an imagined act is and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world. When that happens, your brain starts to create neural networks. These neural networks start to reflect like whatever you have imagined is actually happening to you in real time. Now, if you completely immerse yourself into that imaginary act, if you play as an actor in your imaginary act, don't imagine as if you're watching some movie. You have to act, you have to be an actor in you have to do everything in the first person in your imaginary act. That is going to give imaginary act a lot of power. And if you start to mentally rehearse this mind movie, this imaginary act over and over and over again, these neural networks start to become set and hard. And now these neural networks are going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings which are equivalent to your imaginary act. Because your imaginary act is wonderful, of course, you are going to feel a lot of wonderful, elevated emotions of joy, of gratitude, of empowerment, of confidence. Now, these feelings are the secret. You have to be able to sustain these elevated feelings for a long period of time. It's not difficult to do because right now you have become really good at sustaining the emotions of anxiety and panic because all you do is practice feeling those emotions. So, if you just show up every day, if you just do these three steps relaxation, imagination, and immersing completely in the imaginary act until you start to feel the emotions of that imagination, then you are going to be really good at sustaining these elevated emotions. These elevated emotions are going to breathe life into your imaginary act. The more, the longer you can sustain these elevated emotions throughout your day, the faster whatever you have imagined will happen to you. It's a law. You cannot deny this. You cannot defy this. I challenge you to prove me wrong. If you just do these three steps every day for at least 1 month or 2 months, then you are going to see a significant improvement in your life. And if you just manage to make your attention so keen that your attention is just stuck on a particular mental imagery, whatever mental imagery you provide, you can just hold in your attention. Your mind doesn't go towards a past traumatic event, doesn't go towards some worries or concern, doesn't start to think about a future predictable bad outcome. It just stucks. It just sticks to a particular mental imagery. Then be sure because whatever you have imagined will come to life because we are all the creators of our own destiny. Bible says that the kingdom of heaven lies inside of us. All the happiness lies inside of us. We are all made in the image of God. So start acting like one. Mm. Start to become really disciplined and you will find the divinity within you. Please, for your own sake, do this. I have made a ton of videos on how to overcome panic attacks, but if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then message me on my Gmail or my Viber, my Telegram, my WhatsApp, which are all in the description box down below. You have to remember that sky is the limit once you truly know how to imagine correctly and feel the emotions of your desired imagination. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.